Well, as you pack your child's lunch, be sure to pack in nutrients as well. Sports and wellness personal trainer Dex Henderson and 11-year-old Kayne Doughtery are here to make over a lunchbox. Hello, boys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Kayne.
Hi.
I was kind of admiring his lunchbox, but it's not what we should be eating, so we'll get to that in a moment. But first, I want to talk first to Dex because I want to find out what nutrients you would say keep kids really energized throughout the day because they need that energy to sustain.
Oh yeah, definitely. So the first thing that you really want to make sure the kids are getting in are their healthy fats and their carbs.
Okay.
Number one, because the body predominantly runs off of glycogen, so the glucose is going to keep them fueled throughout the day. It's also used to help them keep their attention span as well. Kids tend to get drowsy during the day. They also tend to lose concentration, so that's a good way to keep them focused. Not only that, but proteins are also important just because it fuels the body in order to replenish the muscle tissues. It allows them to grow more. Proteins will predominantly be used more when you start to see kids eating a lot more. That's when you know to give them more protein because that's when they're hitting their growth spurts.
Great
so you
tip.
want to make sure that you provide them with plenty of protein in order for them to get bigger.
See, and I know Kayne will appreciate the fact that you can actually eat healthy and still eat delicious food. So I'm curious what foods that you usually take for lunch.
I usually take maybe some chips.
I should not say that, should I?
A sandwich maybe.
Okay. Sandwiches
Fruit
are good.
snacks, maybe a dessert for after. A drink.
Juice, like a juicy drink.
Yeah.
And Dex, are there a lot of sugars in these kind of things?
Tons of sugar. There's a lot healthier choices that you can go with. You want to tend to stay away from a lot of the sugars as far as the fruit juices go. Then you have the skinny cow snacks. I mean, they're a healthier choice because they're low in calories, but it's still extra sugars.
Still extra sugar, exactly.
He has a sandwich in here, so he's going with white bread. White bread tends to have a little bit more sugar than wheat does. But for kids, I mean, what you really want to pay attention to with them is their metabolisms are a lot faster anyway.
That's true.
So it's not going to hurt them to have white versus wheat. They pretty much have the same consistency. It's just how the body breaks them down.
Okay.
So it's okay for you to feed your kids white bread. I know a misconception also is that a lot of parents pack tortillas, especially here in New Mexico, very popular with green chili.
Yes.
So instead of using flour tortillas, you can go with corn. Corn tends to...
So that's a good alternative.
Yeah, it's definitely a good alternative. Or you can even go with wheat tortillas versus flour.
I still love corn tortillas. I mean, I love them. Do you? They're still, well, yeah, you'll have to try. Trust me, they're good. They're good. If I think so, you will too. You and I have probably the same taste here. Okay, so let's talk about some of these alternatives because if we look at something like this, we know this is probably not the best way to go.
Definitely.
So let's see what we can do so that they can still feel nourished but feel more energized throughout the day.
Exactly. So the thing is I mean, as parents, your kids are not going to want to have boring meals all the time.
No.
In this lunchbox, we have several vegetables that you can choose from, healthy alternatives. So we have carrots. Most kids will eat carrots either plain by themselves or they're actually going to want something to dip it in just to make it more flavorful.
Yeah.
You can always go with fat-free alternatives such as fat-free ranch, or you can even dip them in yogurt. So we also have a yogurt here that you can use, so that just gives them more flavor. Sweet potatoes are a really good carb for you to use. They're complex carbs.
And they're sweet, so if you need that sweet treat, sweet potatoes, believe it or not, really do help with that a lot.
Exactly, and you can add things such as cinnamon to them, even Truvia. Just options to give them more flavor to them, make them sweet, so that way they get that same feel of having something that's actually tasteful and it's killing their sweet tooth, basically.
Okay.
We also have apples, another natural sugar that you can use that will allow them to get their fruits in. That's something that's also going to give them energy, a lot of the natural sugars. So that's another
Kayne,
alternative
do you like
as well.
apples? Yeah.
I like apples too, and you know what I do sometimes, and I want to ask you if this is okay. Sometimes just to not have an apple plain, I like to get the protein with a little peanut butter on an apple. If you're not allergic, of course, to peanuts, but I think peanut butter and apples is a pretty good snack, is it?
So it's a really good snack, especially for kids. Peanut butter is a good source of protein. It's actually not considered one of the healthy fats though.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
A lot of people use it to add weight. But if you're looking to stay slim, you're looking to choose a better alternative, you can go with either almond butter or sunflower butter. There's just other nuts that you can actually use that are healthier in choice. So you can use those as dipping sauces as well.
And then you have one sandwich in there as well.
And then I have a sandwich in here. The first sandwich we had was actually a white sandwich had lard on it, and it was actually a grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
So instead of using a grilled cheese sandwich, we have a healthy alternative. So we used wheat bread here, and we also put mustard on it just because it's low in fat, and typically you're not watching too much of the sodium whenever you're putting condiments on sandwiches.
That's true.
So you can use mustard, you can use ketchup, those are good condiments to use, but we have a sandwich with turkey on it. So.
And turkey's yummy, and that's good, and gives you the protein as well, so that's a good thing. And in addition, obviously, to these great choices for food, there are also programs that Sports and Wellness offers the kids during the year. What are some of those?
So we have 2 programs that are really awesome. So we have junior fitness camps, and then we also have a fit camp that we use. So both of them are great alternatives because what it does is it allows you to have the parents come in and get their workout in as well as the kids coming in and get theirs as well. So it keeps them occupied. It's not like just sticking them in daycare. It actually allows them to learn, and it actually keeps them in shape.
And I think we'll talk more, throughout this season of back to school. Let's talk a little more about those things in the next coming weeks. I'm looking forward to that. Kayne, thank you so much. Should we have an apple together? Let's do it, right? And how can everybody find a Sports and Wellness near them?
Just go to sportsandwellness.com. It has all 5 clubs on the website. It'll give you more information about the programs that we offer, as well as River Point also offers a kids cooking class. So definitely check that out.
Oh wow! Thank you both so much. Thanks for being here with me. I appreciate it, Kayne, and thank you so much for the great tips. We appreciate it. And we'll be right back.